Why do great empires rise? And why do they eventually collapse? Why does history seem to repeat itself over and over again? Is it mere coincidence that civilizations come and go? Or is there a deeper pattern at play? Over 600 years ago, one man formulated a theory that redefined world history. His name was Ibn Khaldun, a historian, philosopher, and one of the first thinkers to view history as a scientific process. In his famous work Muqaddimah, he described the cycle of civilizations, a theory that remains eerily accurate to this day. In this video, we will dive into his insights and uncover why all great empires seem to follow the same fate. Ibn Khaldun observed that all great civilizations undergo a natural cycle. They emerge, grow, flourish, and eventually decline. He said, "Every civilization carries within it the seeds of its own destruction." But why does this happen again and again? Ibn Khaldun described 4 stages that every society goes through. Firstly, the birth of a civilization. Strength through unity. A new civilization often emerges from groups that have lived in harsh conditions, nomads, tribal societies, or warrior communities. These people are disciplined, resilient, and tightly bonded. Ibn Khaldun called this force asabiyya, the social cohesion that gives them strength. They unite under a shared vision, whether it be a new religion, a dynasty, or an empire. Secondly, the Golden Age, prosperity and stability. Once the civilization is established, it enters a period of growth and flourishing. The economy thrives, cities expand, and art and science reach their peak. The government is strong, organized, and efficient, but with prosperity comes a new threat: decadence. Thirdly, the beginning of decline. Luxury weakens the society. The next generation grows up in comfort, not in struggle. They have never experienced the hardships their ancestors endured. Luxury and complacency weaken the social bond that held the civilization together. Corruption, greed, and internal power struggles increase, and people drift away from the values that once made their empire strong. Fourthly, the collapse, the inevitable fall. The government becomes ineffective, the military weakens, and external enemies recognize the empire's vulnerability. Internal unrest, revolts, and economic decline accelerate the downfall. The once mighty empire is overtaken by a new power, and the cycle begins again. Ibn Khaldun's theory applies to many of history's greatest empires. The Roman Empire, founded by disciplined, battle-hardened warriors, reached its peak with prosperity, culture, and technological advancements. But as luxury and corruption spread, Rome lost its strength and was eventually overrun by external forces. The Abbasid Caliphate, one of the most intellectually and economically powerful dynasties in history. Yet, internal power struggles, corruption, and excess led to its downfall, culminating in its destruction by the Mongols. Each time, history follows the same pattern. But what does this mean for us today? Are modern societies also part of this cycle? First, economic prosperity often leads to complacency. Early generations worked hard to create wealth. Later generations inherit prosperity, but enjoy it without making the same sacrifices. Second, societies often lose their social cohesion. The unity that once brought stability starts to fracture through internal conflicts and divisions. Ibn Khaldun called this the decline of the social bond, the breakdown of community and collective strength. Third, technological advancement does not prevent decadence. Despite innovation and progress, human nature follows the same patterns. Are we already in the late phase of our own civilization? Ibn Khaldun teaches us that history does not unfold randomly. It follows a pattern. He said, empires rise, flourish, and fall, and this cycle repeats itself endlessly. But does this mean that our fate is sealed? Or can we learn from the past and break the cycle? What do you think? Are we at the peak of our civilization, or are we already in decline? Share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more insights from the greatest thinkers in history.